In this episode of Food Service Worker, we're going to talk about what should you do and what you should know when you're going for orientation, if you're going to do orientation at a jail facility or the Department of Corrections. So there are some things that you should know when it comes to what clothes you should probably try to wear, and what things you might be allowed to bring into the facility with you, and some no things that you cannot bring into the facility with you while you're going through your orientation processing and all that stuff, to go through training about how the facility is run and all that good stuff, and then fill you in with like maybe a little bit of stuff on what you'll be able to bring as a food service worker when you start working as a food service worker in Department of Corrections or the county. Thus said, let's go into this episode. Could be a lengthy one. So yeah. All right, so right off the bat, when you are going to be coming in to Department of Corrections or even the county, when it comes to Department of Corrections, you can guarantee this right off the bat, that you are probably going to be subjected to a search every time you enter the facility. Some facilities, once you enter that facility for Department of Corrections, you might not be leaving it until you're done for the day. That means if you like to go out to your car and use the banana phone, probably ain't gonna happen until the end of your shifty. Because once you come out that gate for Department of Corrections, if you go back in, you gotta go through the whole thingy bobber of being checked again to make sure that you're not bringing in any contrabando. You know what I mean? So, I will just say, we'll start with Department of Corrections and go down to the county side to answer the county as best as I can, because I don't know how county's really gonna do. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt that with Department of Corrections, you're probably going to go through a search process, and it's not really in a privacy invading way. Like, they're not going to like fill you up in a way where like they're actually like grabbing you and groping you, you know what I mean? They're gonna do some certain checks on you in a way to make sure you're not having anything bulgy, kind of obvious of a cell phone or contraband on you. And likely if you do, anyways, you're gonna get flagged by it when you go through the body scanner anyways. The body scanner is more of a metal detector type of thing. They might actually have something else too. They might have more advanced, a better type of thing. You may go through some other special thing that I don't even know about because your facility is more advanced than mine is. But I will tell you that you're probably gonna go through some type of scanner. There's obviously on the low, there is a device somewhere, so you may not even see it in the open, that can determine if you have a cell phone device with you on your person. And just because it's not visible for you to see doesn't mean it's not maybe in another room where you're gonna walk past and it's not gonna set off an alarm to them that you have a cell phone on you. Cell phones are not allowed at all in the Department of Corrections. No smartwatches, no Fitbitters, nothing that is able to to get cell phone access, even if you have to have your cell phone connected to it. No smart watches at all are allowed. You have to have just a plain old Walmarty watchy that is a digital watch or an analog watch, and that's it for a watch. When it comes to like anything Bluetooth, you're not allowed to have Bluetooth devices at all either. You can bring your feminine products if you need those type of thingy bobbers, You're not allowed to have a certain size drink with you. So pretty much everything you bring in has to be in a clear baggie, like the clear makeup baggies, some girlies have. They sell, if you want to save yourself the time now, go on Amazon and look for like a clear bag, okay? Because you're going to have a clear baggie to bring it into the facility, so that when the COs at the area look through your bag to make sure you don't have any contraband in your bag, it's a good idea to have like a nice, not a super big bag either. You're looking for like one of them small bags. I don't even have a picture of it or nothing like that. But anyways, a small little bag, and you're not allowed to have, maybe different, but where I am, you can only have, I think, 8 bottles of water, and they have to be closed bottles. Cannot have any open containers, and I don't mean alcohol either. I mean, like, your bottle of water has to be sealed. You couldn't just drink out of it. Everything has to be closed. That means you can't mix drinks. Like if you have like an orange drink or any of that stuff, everything has to be sealed, unless it's in like a food container. They can open it up and they can look at your food and see that, okay, maybe there's nothing inside of whatever you're bringing in to eat. Like those little microwave Chinese bowls that you can get, which are Chinese. I don't know if you ever had Chinese or not, but you get like the little Tupperware bowl. It's black and it's got a clear lid on it. Those are perfect little bowls to bring in. Maybe even a Glad bowl. No glass items are allowed in these facilities. Some of them may let you bring in like canned sodas. It's kind of weird. I don't know 100% of that. I know I can. You can bring like Coca-Cola bottles. I think the biggest you're allowed to bring in is like a 20-ounce bottle of soda. You cannot bring in a 2-liter bottle or even a 1-liter bottle. The biggest you're allowed to have is the size of a water bottle. And what else? When it comes to like, if you want to bring in flavored water, you can bring in like those little flavored water packets, that you can buy, and you just dump them in a bottle of water. It makes it a flavory thingy. You can bring that in for you to drink, to add to your water if you want. Your sanitizer, if you have like hand sanitizer, highly recommend you do. Be cautious on the amount of alcohol that it has in it, like the actual rubbing alcohol in it, because some of the places don't allow you to have a certain amount of like percentage in it, which is kind of weird, I know. But if you definitely are gonna wanna, if you're a germaphobe, you're definitely gonna wanna wipe your hands before you ever eat. And I can tell you now, I've stressed this before, don't eat and make food or drink water in there. People will argue with me on that. You'll find out yourself. If you live, you don't get sick, hey, more power to you. Keep enjoying it all you want. But when you get sick one day and you're having a call out of work, you can come back and thank me later for warning you. And you didn't listen to me at all. Because a lot of the inmates, they're not clean. They don't clean their hands. They go to the bathroom. They don't wash their hands good. They're touching stuff. A lot of the stuff isn't properly cleaned. A lot of the cooking area is not clean for you to eat off of. I personally, myself, prefer not to eat anything that is not packaged. So if I can get like tuna packets, then I'll make a little tuna salad or something maybe myself. Or I will find some other means, or I'll bring my own food in, or I'll go my whole shift without even eating because I'm a big fatty, so I don't need to eat a lot anyways. So that's the way I roll. You don't have to starve yourself like I do. That next part is what you should wear. Now, obviously, professional clothing, I would highly recommend you wear dress pants. And I don't mean like dress pants that are gonna be like drawing a lot of attention to your body, because you're gonna be causing problems at your work if you're causing a distraction. I hate to say it, but these are men if you're working in a male prison. And a lot of men are going to see your curves as a woman, and you're going to cause problems, unfortunately, with them working. And then people may say things that you're might be not thinking you're doing that, but in a way you're kind of seducing them by the way you dress. I'm not trying to like discriminate against you, but if you're wearing tight pants and you've got curvy body going on, and the inmates are turning their heads watching you and saying how much they want to get that booty so bad, yeah, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to drool over you. So it's best to try to like not let them be able to see those curvies on you, you know. Leave it for a good guy on the outside. Not those guys at all in there. They're not most of the time. Trust me, I've seen girls that have been manipulated by these guys. These guys are very clever. They will guilt trip you. They will make you believe that you are the most beautiful girl in the world. Like Prince made a song called the most beautiful girl in the world. Well, these guys will serenade you, making you feel that way. And then once they got you trapped in, that's when they're going to try to low-key ask you for something special if you can do it for them. And you will get sucked into doing it probably. And that means like giving them something you probably shouldn't give them. And I don't mean like some adult related stuff. I'm talking about something from the outside world brought in that's going to probably cause you to go away for a long time. The job here is be professional, wear professional clothes, anti-slip shoes. Cannot stress this enough. Hopefully by the time you are able to work in the kitchen, your food director has already ordered you shoes, and if they didn't, God, they failed you so bad. I feel bad for you. If they didn't order you shoes from like Shoes for Crews and you're about ready to come up into that place, talk to your director, the guy or woman you interviewed with, and ask them, are they going to provide you with shoes, or you need to get your own shoes before you start? That way you know ahead of time. You're definitely going to want to make sure that you have anti-slip shoes. That way, when you're waddling around the kitchen, you don't go whoop and fall on your butt in the kitchen, because the floors are slippery. Sometimes a lot of oil on them. There's a lot of water on it, so you can slip and slide on that. Soap probably on the floor too. So even the inmates slip and fall sometimes in the kitchen with their bad shoes. So that said, no steel-toed boots are allowed and no composites are allowed. You have to have soft toe shoes. And what else do we need to cover here? If you're a woman, hate to say this, make sure your bosoms are covered. You don't want to be showing your boobies, even the little V part that some of y'all have, like that little V that kind of just almost kind of. I'm just putting that out there. You'll find out though. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just trying to give you a heads up on do's and don'ts to not try to do. What else? Don't give the inmates any of your stuff that you bring in. If you bring any special stuff in for yourself to enjoy, if the inmate's like, "Hey man, can I get?" No, you cannot. No matter how much, oh come on man, come on. No, you get caught giving them it, you could probably get in trouble. I'm just saying, your boss finds out that you're giving inmates stuff that you brought in. Probably not a good idea. Probably not good at all. In some places, ironically, allow you to smoke. I'll just tell you now, I feel bad for you if you smoke cigarettes and if you're allowed to bring them in. I'm going to tell you like the instructor told us during the class. If there's a designated area that you're only allowed to smoke at and you smoke in other locations, especially where there might be inmates to be able to access, you're going to have problems. Not only that, but if the warden catches you, just because your coworker, your best buddy coworker, even your boss, your food director maybe, is even back there smoking, doesn't mean you should too. Hell, if the President of the United States of America was back there smoking marijuana, doesn't mean you should be back there doing the same damn thing. Shit. Go to the other area and don't let your coworkers tell you otherwise, because guess what, man? You're the one that's going to be fired if they say something about it, and so will they too. So if you want to have a job and you want to have money, don't do what your other coworkers do just because they tell you can, because that's all like that peer pressure stuff, man. Don't listen to that stuff, man. That's all bull. Okay, bet when they finally do come around one day and they catch you, then you can look all stupid. Okay? I'm glad I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm glad I don't smoke marijuana. I'm glad I don't do a lot of that dumb stuff that's going to have me have problems with a lot of my stuff that needs to get done at work. My only problem is I drink a lot of dang Pepsi, boy. I need a lot of Pepsi at work. Lord have mercy. I probably forgot some stuff, but I don't remember half of it. So, oh, by the way, I'll just tell you this. So, if you're going for orientation at the U.S. Department of Corrections, at least in the state of Florida, some of the places might have like a little area for you to maybe eat at, maybe even have like a staff canteen area where you can go like the staff canteen and buy food or drinks at. You have a certain amount of money that you're only allowed to bring in, and a lot of those places don't take credit cards either, because these are freaking inmates that you're going to be handing your credit card to, and yeah, just saying, they don't allow credit cards. So make sure you get at math, because the inmates probably may not always be good at math, and they may chip you on your money. So yeah, you got to be good with math. So when you're buying stuff from staff canteen, they don't try to take a little extra of your money and give you wrong change and all that stuff. So, by the way, so your orientation, you probably will get breaks and stuff between your orientation, if you get orientation. when it comes to actual break at work, when you actually work in the kitchen, you might not get a break. You might not. Your break, by the way, even though it's 20 minutes long, your break is actually the whole time that you're standing around doing nothing in the kitchen. If you're in the office, right, you might as well consider that your break time right there that you're doing as you're doing nothing. That's literally your break time. That's what my old boss said. It's funny, because you were like, don't I get a 10-minute break? Well, what have you been doing for the past 10 minutes? Talking to me, right? That was his 10-minute break. Ideal. So you already wasted your 10 minutes while you were standing there talking to your boss, or you're in there gossiping, instead of actually out there supervising, making sure the guys are getting stuff ready and food's getting ready to be put on and do all the stuff that needs to be done. Trays, food, everything's being cleaned. All that good stuff is going on, and nobody's sitting around doing nothing. People are doing stuff in there, and ending the episode of this video like right now. Thank you all for watching this episode. I don't know if I helped y'all with this orientation thing, but oh yeah, I didn't mention jail. So the thing about jail is, I don't know too much about how the jail thing is going to be. Obviously, no cell phones are allowed, no Bluetooth devices. It's borderline the same stuff when it comes to working in prison. A clear bag, obviously, so the people that are going to let you through the doors can see what's in your bag. They may not actually want to look in your bag, like physically, but they're gonna eye it to make sure that certain things that are seeable from the bag and from where they aren't stuff you're not supposed to have, and all that good stuff. In the county, you might actually be able to like go outside of the facility and use your cell phone in your car on your break, but most of the time, dude, the amount of time it takes you to leave the kitchen to get outside, to get to your car, depending on how far it is parked, to get out there, it almost isn't really worth it, unless it's really important. Now, I worked at a place in the county where I never brought anything really in with me. I got to luckily eat food in prison, in the county jail or county facility I was in. So inmates made me food. I got to have like chicken wings, french fries, fish, hamburgers, all kinds of cool stuff I got to eat. Inmates would make me. All I had to do was say, hey, can I get a styrofoam of french fries? Inmate would make me french fries and then bring them to me in the office when I was on my break. And that's the way it worked. Not to say it's the same way for you, but it was for me. It was one of the great things. I ate good at my old job compared to how I do now. Nowadays, it's kind of like fend for yourself. Whatever you can find. Hopefully, it's not going to cut down on the pull sheet for whatever meal they're going to have by me having a few of this to get by and stuff. So anyways, I have to wrap up this video. I apologize. There is more stuff that needs to be added to this video, but I cannot do